Good evening, everyone. Welcome, everyone who's tuning in. Tonight's Tier 3 race, we're at Portugal. And comms tonight, you've got myself, Claire Mull, and Mr. No Fandangle, who will be here shortly. Couple of comments, Terry's tuning in. Evening, mate. Mechanical as well, and also, evening. Evening all. Thanks for joining us. Looking forward to this one. If I'm honest, Portugal, probably one of my favourite tracks to watch racing, so hoping Tier 3 put on a show tonight. And everyone's just readying up now. We're just on the way into the session. Start of qualifying. Terry is saying little annoyed about tonight, was available then wasn't. Now you are. But yeah, unfortunately, no free seat tonight. If I'm honest, Tier 3's attendance has always been fairly spot on. It's rare that reserves are needed for here, but I think you've enjoyed the few races you've done so far. And I'm very good, mate. Thank you very much for asking. Evening, Scotty. Evening, Wab. Evening, Jam. And Gameful saying he became religious today. He's prayed for no rain. I'm not sure what use that'll give you, but the sky is looking pretty clear from my point of view here. If one of you who's in the session could let me know the weather for the race. All dry. Dry. I guess a few people will be happy. I know myself, I was hoping for a wet race in Tier 2 on Friday night, but we didn't get it. We got the last 2 laps were wet. But be interesting to see who's practiced the dry, who's going to take advantage. There he is. I've enjoyed everything. Everyone here is a good bunch of lads, ladies, Collins, and anything in between. We've got too many Collins. Definitely too many Collins. And first car out on track is Hound, so we'll jump on board with him. And while I remember, I'll drop a subscription to the Twitch. There we go. Yeah, this is quite a technical track, so looking forward to this session. Yet again, another track. I think that's 3 on the bounce now with Brazil, Zandvoort and Portimao, with a lot of elevation change. Oh, Hound really wide on the exit there. Hopefully that's not invalidated his next lap. We'll see when he crosses the line. And it's invalidated the next lap, so what we'll do is we'll jump on board with the Ferrari behind him, which is Carl Trim. I did see a message pop up that Saki had left the session, so let me just fire him a quick invite. Oh, he's already back in the session. Anyone who's tuned in, anyone who's done any practice laps, let me know what you think of the 22 cars around this track. Myself, I found it a lot easier to drive, to be honest. It doesn't feel as squirrely at turn 4 as it did on the old game. But let me know your views. Let me know your opinions.
Hello there.
Welcome, Dan.
Just about. Yeah, just about made it. Oh.
No one's completed the first lap yet. We're on with Carl, who's just coming through Sector 3 now.
Okay. We missing a driver?
Lutman is just going to be a little... Oh no, Lutman's in. Who are we missing?
Big spin from us there, unfortunately for him. Just give me a second there to I need to get my...
We're missing a Haas.
Yeah. I'll start that out there.
Yeah, no problem.
We should start it out now.
Carl completed a lap, 18.797. Jackie's just beat it, an 18.752. Taylor, an 18.9. Kane Larry, 19 flat. Nerfpack, 19.4. First runs are starting to come in now. T-Bag, 18.4. So he's definitely picking up where he left off on Friday night.
Yeah, I just got an invite to Matey Boy, I think it was.
Yeah, T-Bag reserved in Tier 2 on Friday. Managed a 17.8, I think it was, in qualifying. But I know his practice tonight's not been going too well. He did say he wasn't able to finish a lap.
Yeah, I did have this discussion with him. To think it's well stated at this stage that I had the same issue. Although looking at his time there, he seems to have found a solution the same way I did.
Yeah, just looking, Dylan, Scotty, Mechanical, and Chris all set their time on the mediums.
Yeah, I think Dylan might be okay. I think Colin and Chris will be in. Well, Chris definitely, but I think Colin's probably in trouble with that lap as well. Hard to know, but it's a difficult track. It's a very difficult track. Up and down, off camber corners. It just seems to be absolutely no grip. Anywhere, you know, if your setup isn't bang on, you're going to struggle. If the rear is twitchy, you're going to struggle. Lots of places you can make mistakes as well. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting race. Is the forecast dry for the race?
Yeah, forecast is dry every session, so that takes one aspect out of it. I know, like I said earlier, I was hoping for a wet race myself on Friday night. I saw when we got into the session that qualifying were dry. Gameful managers in 19.8. Qualifying was dry, but the race was wet. So I went for the higher wing setup, thought it had helped me out more in the wet, and it turned out that we only got rain for the last 2 laps. So it wasn't much use.
We haven't raced here on this game either, so like no idea who has what practice done. It's as I said, it is a tricky track, but that last corner, it has just no grip at all.
Yeah, well, I was just saying before you joined, as Saki's just spun on that last corner as well. I was just saying before you joined that obviously we've not raced this track on this game yet. So I asked some of their opinions on how they feel the new cars handle round here. And I mentioned that, you know, that's 3 races in a row now where the camber and the elevation changes with Brazil, Zandvoort, and then here now at Portimao.
Yeah. Just bear with me there a sec.
As Wab says, this is the hardest track, no traction and no ABS I've found. It's crazy here. Yeah, I can imagine the no traction. I know I raced most of last season with... I said raced. I turned up with no traction in most of the races last season, and yeah, probably lasted about 5 laps at the longest. I can't imagine doing this track, especially turn 4, is it turn 8, turn 9? Yeah, turn 8, the uphill right-hander, that'd be horrible with no traction as well. It feels like it's wet.
Yeah, sorry Claire, I'm just trying to figure out why Matey Boy isn't in the session. He's online on the game. I've sent him invites. just going to drop him a DM and we'll get Terry as well if he doesn't join, I think, in the next 30 seconds.
No problem at all.
Yeah, it is. I was going thinking about this earlier today as well. It's one of them tracks that can, some tracks just feel a bit different depending on track temperature. I think track temperature here can make a big difference.
Yeah, definitely. I know the practice sessions, a lot of guys run practice sessions on clear dry, obviously perfect conditions almost. And then when it comes to a race, it can be so difficult.
Yeah, 100%.
And similar to a couple of other tracks we've done recently, it is another track that's slippy in the dry. So if the conditions aren't perfect, your setup, you really feel it if your setup's not right.
Yeah, it is a slippy track. There's no question there, not at all. It'd be interesting to see how the race pans out because it's one of them laps. I think it's the recommended is like 15 laps on the mediums and 18 on the hards. So there's not a massive overlay there. Like it's not a huge difference. So you could get away and extend the mediums at the end if you wanted starting the hards. It's just a case of what works. I did find the guys around me that started on the hards did struggle at the start, but obviously then towards the end they came good. Saw a couple of guys running on softs as well. Gainful springing that one last week on us. So yeah, it's who knows. A quality looking tight already though. Not no major gaps. A couple of guys struggling at the moment, but expect to see that improve. It is tier 3 after all.
Yeah, Lutman managed a 20.9. He did catch a bit of traffic the start and middle of sector 3, so I'm not sure if that has hampered his lap a little bit. Saki's invalidated again. Osso is on his way out on another outlap. Lou did improve. He did go up to P10 briefly, but not down to P11 now. Hound's not that far behind him on a 19.3 as well. I think Nerfpack jumps up there as well, P10, 19.2.
Yeah, Saki has a massive spin coming around the last corner. I believe actually there's a Red Bull who, actually that's on the pit lane. I think he did a bit of a down, I think. Yeah, if you remember my very good safety car restart here a few seasons ago, as Saki has retired in the pits. I really don't know why he does that. I'm not sure.
He's struggled setting a lap, so I think he just retires and gets out of the way. But yeah, not ideal. Chris has set a purple sector 1, so we're on board with Chris at the moment. As Lutman does improve and knocks Chris into the drop zone. Lutman 19.6, safe for the time being, but Chris is almost a second under his time here now out through sector 2.
Yeah, and he is purple sector 2 as well. I don't know if you mentioned that, so he's definitely a good improvement here. A lot, you can lose anything up to 3/10 on that last corner. Probably not as bad in quality as it is in full race fuel. So if you can nail this up, see what he can cross the line with, that would definitely be an improvement. Wow.
Out of ERS there as well at the end of the lap, but manages to get in the 18s, 18.957, puts himself P5.
Yeah, it's a difficult one actually when you start your ERS, on your hot lap. Obviously it's a long run down from the line to turn 1, so you're going to want to get as much speed. I wasn't turning mine on until I had full traction out of the last corner and I didn't run out, so
yeah, see, I picked up on this and I mentioned this to Ninja as well on Friday night. He turned his ERS on not that far before the start finish line, whereas I was turning it on before the penultimate corner.
Yeah, I don't know how much time you'd lose, but you definitely lose time, and it could be ending up to a 10th, I'd imagine.
Well, I quoted about a 10th and a half to Ninja with just looking at what his lap time finished.
Yeah, I'm just looking here, Clay. I think, I don't know, I might be wrong. I'm thinking in around the 119 dead. I think anyone from there down might want to consider going again.
Yeah, I almost got caught out myself in Q1 Friday. I think I was sat around P9, P10-ish, knowing that we'd had a few people crash out. I ran out for a sig instead of going for a second lap, and when I came back, I managed to sneak through in P15 by a tenth and a half, as Wab goes P3, 18.7.
Yeah, I think Wab was struggling as well. I think this is one of these tracks where the difference between quali fuel and race fuel has such a huge effect on the car compared to other tracks.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's a tight session. It is a tight session. T-Mag again showing that pace. You got Jackie, who is having a poor season, you know, all things considered, and he'll admit that himself. He's in the mix again. He's challenging for poles every week. Just got to get that hooked up in race trim.
His one lap pace has always been very competitive. It's just when it comes to the race, putting it all together on the final session. Hound did set a purple sector 1, then a tenth and a half under his own time. See what he manages through sector 2, almost 3/10 under, and again it's flashing up as a purple sector 2.
Oh, Steve can hook it up. You know what? He's saying he's struggling for pace here, but it's a track he's always done well on. I know we haven't raced it a lot here, but there's a lot of mud on the side of his car as well, as I just noticed. That ain't good for the aero. Let's see what we can do. Can he hook up sector 3? He doesn't, but he does improve a lot.
Yeah, 18.994, so just in the 18s there, puts himself up to P8, just ahead of his teammate.
Yeah, and that was a genuine purple sector 1 and 2 as well, so I think, not sure if he'll have to go again or not. Well, he won't have time, but if he does get through, I think there's more time there in that lap from Steve, to be fair.
Yeah, just looking at the comments there, Cameron Poulter saying, I think it's only for whoever's winning on lap 27 pits for Inters on a dry track, which is kind of what he did on Friday night, but he did manage to overtake me on the very last lap to take P4, so not a complete disaster.
I'm gonna go on a limb here, and correct me if I'm wrong, Cam, but I think he's thrown away 2 races by doing that. At least Blue only did it once.
Just on board with Osso, he's really struggling to hook a lap up here. He went very wide off track twice, and he has invalidated again. So Osso not looking safe at the moment. He is already in the drop zone.
Yeah, T-Bags just commented there that there's no rain, so that's confirmation that it is a dry race. So that's good. It's good because it's a difficult track. But I think it can give good racing as long as everyone is racing properly. There is overtaking chances, you know, compared to some of the other tracks like Zandvoort last week.
Yeah.
Although we did see some overtakes, it's not really an overtaking track. It is possible around here, as Osso is back into the pits and he is out, so he is struggling badly.
Yeah, I agree. It is a much more exciting track, to be honest. But I do think it is also a track that sort of prone to seeing a lot of drivers make mistakes.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. You might find yourself struggling, but you know, as I said in the Alpine chat Friday, my plan, just keep it clean, try and stay penalty free, and see what happens. Make places up by others getting penalties, maybe incidents, and you can gain a lot from that alone if you're struggling. So I wouldn't be ruling it out. Late safety cars as well can get you back into it. It's just one of them. It's one of them tracks. As Colin is 5/10 up, and he will have to do something here, or else he's out, and he does.
18.7 puts himself P4.
Someone left the session there, so I'll just have a quick look at that.
Nerf Pack slightly over his time at Sector 1 though. Jampot, sorry, is trying a new tactic. He's trying to pressure other drivers into racing Inters on a dry track.
Yeah, bad idea, and it's actually against the rules, so don't do it.
Yeah, if you go through the rule book, you will see there is a part in there that mentions running wets on a dry track as Nerf sets purple sector 2. So he is improving. We've got Dylan. Dylan's in P15 at the moment. Dylan is at risk. And he's not out on track. As Lutman doesn't improve. What does Nerf manage? He's done it. Nerf P14 19-1 has knocked Dylan out. Dylan just 200ths of a second ahead of his teammate. Gameful, who is on a lap. 10th under at sector 1 though.
Tell you what, the luck that Dylan's having, he's better off starting at the back. Just breeze through everybody making mistakes. That's the plan.
Yeah, well, he needs to reduce the mistakes he's making himself.
Yeah, I think I might have pointed that out in a kind manner in the Alpine group chat.
Kind, that's debatable.
Well, encouraging maybe.
Pointed out in a very abrupt manner.
Yeah.
As Gameful manages, I think that was an 18-7 then. Yeah, put himself P5 on that last lap.
Yeah, that's not going to knock anyone out either. I don't think it's even P15, so...
Yeah, so Teabag, early pace setter, 2/10 ahead of Scotty, and then Jackie and Mechanical setting the identical times.
Nice.
Very close, to be honest. 3/10 from... Wow, from Jackie down to P14. P3 to P14 is covered by 3/10. And yeah, Dylan unfortunately going out on the medium tyres.
Just looking there, I don't think Terrier's got to set a lap. I wonder, did he have that issue where you join late and you can't select your car maybe?
Yeah, possibly. I didn't see him on the leaderboard. I didn't show him then either at the end of the session.
I'm not sure why Dylan didn't set a lap on the softs, to be honest. He would have definitely got through, so
yeah, Scotty,
some other issues going on.
Scotty says Dylan tried doing a clay in tier 2. I did decide to go for a smoke instead of setting a second lap, and it almost cost me.
Always dangerous. Just as we're waiting for Q2 to start, so currently it is quite tight in the tier. There's a lot of battles going on midfield towards the end. There's battles everywhere. There's nobody really a million miles away from anybody else, but I think at the top you got Carroll on 118 points. The Jampot, who has made a major stride in the last 2-3 races to get himself back in the battle, on 101 points. Mechanical is on 96. That's probably your top 3 for the championship, I would say. I wouldn't rule Wab Staffman out on 82 points either, but he needs things to start happening for him. So yeah, at the moment it is kind of a 3-4 way battle. Carroll, as I think we spoke about this early days, would Carroll go mad or will he, just tip away? And I think he has chosen the tip away strategy, which is working for him, obviously. But I wouldn't rule the Jampot out. He's showing a lot of pace and a lot of race pace the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like he's trying to mount a challenge now. He's always been there or thereabouts past 2-3 seasons. You mentioned Carl there. Carl, to be honest, very lucky last week after an early incident, disconnecting from the session. The AI pitted him, putting the soft tyre on, which was not ideal. He managed to get back in and still finish ahead of most of the challengers. I know he was ahead of Colin. I think Jampot won last week, so Jampot did close in on him. But yeah, he finishing ahead of most of the challengers.
Yeah, I mean, like this is round 8 out of 15, so it is the halfway point. I mean, if you're 20 or 30 points off the top at the midway point, you're still looking at that saying there's a lot of races to go, a lot of racing. I wouldn't rule any of the top 4 out, if I'm honest. And yeah, who knows? All these guys have been in this position before, so they're used to it. Fascinating to see how it plays out. But yeah, so far back to Portimao, and we are in Q2.
Yeah, Teabag's just backed out of his lap. Not sure if he made a mistake there, so he has backed out. Scotty is on a flying lap at the moment. No, he's not got his ERS on. Doesn't look like... the timing's popping up as though he's on a flying lap, but he's not got his ERS on, and the light is flashing.
Who's that, sorry, Claire?
That's Scotty, sorry.
Ah.
I'm trying to work out who's going to be the first to set a lap. T-Bag, like I said, is already backed out. That's a McLaren that's gone past him.
Actually, is it?
Mechanical.
No, he's on note lap.
Yeah, Mechanical will be the first to set a lap, it looks like.
Yeah, Colin leaving it quite late in the day to get himself out of Q1. I don't think he was ever really in danger, but you know, that last lap, when you don't have that banker in, who knows, especially a track like this.
Well, that's it. His first lap, his first run in that Q1 session, he did on the mediums, probably chancing, trying to save the softs for the later sessions. His time wasn't good enough, and he went out there and put another lap in, whereas, unfortunately, Dylan, he just relied on that banker lap on that medium tyre and never went back out, it's cost him dearly, really.
Yeah, it has. It has, and it is, as I said, it is an overtaking track, but you might have your setup built for qualifying near the top, which Dylan tends to do, and if you don't have an aggressive setup to be fighting from the back, you could struggle a bit. I'm just going to predict that now, if T-Bag can do well in quali and kind of get ahead on the first lap, I fancy him for this.
I think T-Bag's I'm not sure if he caught traffic or made a mistake again through turn 2. He was going slow there, letting a lot of cars pass. But yeah, at the moment his times are 1:34 flat.
To be honest, you don't want to get caught around here in dirty air. You don't want to be meeting traffic.
As Big Lou comes across the line, a 1:19.3. Yeah, just a little mention there for Big Lou as well. He has raced here. I think he was here season 1, I believe.
I'm not 100% sure. He has been here for a number of seasons in the past anyway, definitely.
Yeah, and then, unfortunately left us for whatever reason, but he is back now, back in reserving. This is his first race since rejoining us. Yeah,
look, as I said, my advice to the Tier 3 reserves, if you're looking for a seat for Season 7, you want to get your name down on that reserve sheet every week. You mightn't get a race, but there will be chances at the end of the season to get a seat. As we know, it's near impossible to get a Tier 3 seat mid-season. Some of the other tiers you might, but not with Tier 3, so that would be my advice. Might be a bit frustrating, but there will 100% be changes to Tier 1 and 2, so keep checking in and keep doing your stuff. And Terrier said he's listening. He said he had a spin.
I think that's on about T-Bag.
The Jam Pot says Big Lou. I was calling him Biggle. We've had that before.
Yeah, we did have someone who used to call him Biggle Bob. They thought the 088 was 808. As Gameful has a spin out of turn 4, and he has banged his rear wing against the wall there, so probably hoping he's not getting any rear wing damage there. That's not ideal for Gameful. I got Nerf just starting a hot lap. Now we'll jump on board with him. Now, noticing just as he crossed the line, he has 78% ERS, so he has turned his ERS on early.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, and he's had a spin.
That can do that, yeah. If you catch that curve there on the inside of the apex of 1, it can spin you around.
So now we'll jump on board with Taylor Danny, who's not set a lap yet, but he has just come through turn 3.
Yeah, Taylor's P9 in the championship at the moment, 39 points. Has the pace. I think he had a few issues where he missed a couple of races, so that's going to cause a problem. But he, the first couple of races we were tipping Taylor as a championship challenger, so hopefully he can, if he can just get consistent for the last 7 or 8 races and see where he ends up. And I did catch that comment. Blake.
That's what I had a little giggle at. I didn't know if you'd pick that up.
I know. I heard the snigger.
Where's Osso? Osso's going for driver of the day again. As always, week in, week out.
Yeah, Osso doesn't do things by half. He either storms the podium from the back or crashes out of P2. One or the other.
Or runs out of fuel.
Or runs out of fuel, yeah. It's quite you can be pretty aggressive on your fuel here. I think it doesn't really use a lot of fuel. I wouldn't say it under fuel, but
I went on Friday. I think I went 0.7 over. Coming into the last couple of laps, I think I finished probably about 0.2 something over.
I've no idea what's going on because you used fuel. I started with a 0.6 over, no safety car, and finished 1 point something over.
Yeah, but if you drive faster, then you use more fuel.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. I wasn't doing it. I was overcautious again. Look,
no,
I'm a pot 2 driver. I finished P5. P5 is the aim.
I'm a pot 4 driver and finished P5.
Exactly. So basically, there's no expectations for you. So any point is a game.
Exactly. There's no pressure whatsoever. I'm happy to be here.
Dylan.
Well, someone has to.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, constructors standings as well, looking really close.
Yeah, it's mental.
Yeah, 1 week, a team will have a good weekend. Oh, Teabag sets an 18-4, puts himself back on that P1.
Yeah, like you got Alpine leading the constructors at the moment on 348 points. Ferrari 10 points back. Williams only 10 points back, and Haas only 12 points back. And McLaren, they're about 30-40 points off, but Tom Taylor is showing a lot of pace in Tier 1. So you could have 5 constructors, battling for the constructors title as well. So there's driver championships going on, there's constructor championships going on. It's one of the most competitive seasons that we've had. If I'm honest, it's very tight in Tier 2. There's only 2 points separating the top 10, and there's another 2 drivers within 10 points of that. Tier 1 is kind of similar, to be honest. So yeah, good stuff. Whoever did the pots did a great job.
I just want to pick up on something you said then. 2 points separating the top 10?
No, 2 points separating the top 2 in Tier 2. Yeah, unless I said 10.
You definitely said top 10, and I'm thinking I'm 5th, I'm more than 2 points back. It's unbelievably close. Drivers across all 3 tiers, and as we said, joint constructors across the 3, and it's changing pretty much week in, week out.
Yeah, it is. I'm just riding on board with Gainful. He is on a lap. His car's bottoming out quite a bit. Just wondering, is he running quite a low ride height as Scotty sets the fastest lap?
What a lap from Scotty there. As Big Lou manages an 18.7, puts himself up to P7.
Gainful backs out, and he ain't going to have the ERS. I don't think. He could be in trouble here. Gainful struggling big time around here. Does he have enough time to get back in? He probably does, if I'm honest, but looks like he's gone again. But yeah, let's see.
As Colpy's joined the chat, he said, I've got snacks, I've got drinks, I'm here for the Teabag show. Let's go, Haas.
As Gainful seems to have enough fuel in to do another lap with to recharge his battery, so he should get another crack at it. Northpack is on a lap as well, coming through sector 2.
Just on board with Northpack at the moment. I think that was a Williams getting out of the way. I think that was Luke. Just coming up to the end of sector 2 now. Let's have a look at his sector time.
He hasn't set a lap.
Yeah, he's not set a lap yet.
And I'm not sure. I have no idea the sector times here, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm sat there looking at the time going, that means nothing to me.
Let's see what he can do. Unless he has enough fuel, this is last shot, as he does a 1:19.5. That's not going to be enough. So unless he has enough fuel, he's going to be out of this session.
Yeah, just on board with Gameful. He's got his ERS turned on, I believe. I'm not sure if this is a hot lap or whether this was the builder lap that you were saying.
I think he was recharging on this lap, so he has enough fuel for another go. But this will be his final crack at it.
Yeah, ERS is on well before the final corner. He's making his way now to start this lap.
As T-Bag does a burner lap, I think. Yeah, he does. Or no, that he was just on his out lap. Yeah.
Without fail.
Every fucking
week. Few things guaranteed in life, you know. Taxis, also running out of fuel, and Dan looking at out lap.
Yeah. Back does improve there, I think, or else he doesn't, and I've done it twice, which is very possible. Yeah, it is. Unbelievable, Jeff.
Gameful looked a bit squirrely there. I'm not sure if he was off the track. He looked like he lost it on turn 8, the uphill right-hander.
I've no idea how good.
Yeah, he's backed out. He's backed out again.
Backed out. He's recharging. He does have enough fuel, I think. And he will make the line, but then tyres are going to be feeling it now as well at this stage, and he won't have the full battery, so he needs to pull something out of nowhere.
Yeah, pressure's on now. He's got one more go at this. Hound almost 3 tenths under at sector 1. Currently in P14.
T-Bag is invalidated, but he's okay anyway, to be honest with you. As Jackie's coming across now. No, he's got starting the lap as well. Jampot, I believe it is. Wow, good man, Jampot.
18.3, wow.
As Gameful is going again, but he will run out of battery, so let's see.
As also says, weird, not enough fuel in my car, but I'm over fueling your jokes.
Steve is up 8 tenths as well. Let's see what he can do. Did he have a better sector 3 this time? I think he did. That's a cracking lap from Steve. That's an 18.6, so he's safe for the moment. North Park next, is it? No, he's back out.
Chris
so
has invalidated, and he's not going to make it across the line, so Chris will be out. Nerf Pack's into the pits, so he is out. Gameful's 5 seconds under at sector 1. Just a little improvement from him. He needs a bit more than that. Back almost a tenth over. Mechanicals under slightly 200ths of a second. Sector 1.
Oh, it's going to be tight for Gameful. He's going to have to hook up sector 3. I tell you what, it does look like a lot better of a lap. And he has regained his battery as well, so I'm not sure if that will overly affect him. Yeah. Let's see what he can do.
Final corner now.
A bit wide there. That's going to be costing him a small, but nice and tight. Can he do it? Let's see. He looks okay. Oh, it's not. A 19.3, so that is Gameful out.
Yeah, Mechanical just coming up to the line now.
Kane Lowry. P4. Oh, Kane Lowry puts out Wab Stappen. Kane Lowry with an 18.6. Oh,
wow. Yeah, Mechanical managing to get P4 there, an 18.5. As Kane Lowry improved at 18.6, put himself P8. And as you say, knocks out Wab Stappen. Bart Mandu's out as well. We're just awaiting Jackie's car to be wheeled into the pits, but we are losing from this Q2 session. Nerf Pack, Gameful, Chris, Bart Mandu and Wab Stappen. Terriers, yeah, you are in the Haas, mate. So Scotty says, so the fun fact, my last win in CDR was Portugal. I think I remember that race, if I'm honest. Struggled myself. I think, I'm not sure if Kieran ended up on the podium with you. Gameful struggled massively to get a lap hook up there in Q2. No problem in Q1, but just didn't work out in Q2. Yeah, unfortunate, mate. Definitely had a struggle, and yet again another close qualifying session. Top 6 covered by quarter of a second. Jam saying that was my perfect lap. Definitely couldn't improve on it. Well, this is the one that matters though. If I'm honest, it's looking a lot cloudier. Track temp probably dropping a couple of degrees. Whether or not we see lap times like we did in Q2 with track evolution, yet to be seen. And Terrier's, just confirming. This tier's qualifying is amazing week in, week out. I think it's the only tier that does it like a proper quali session. It's like watching the real life stuff. Who've we got coming out? That's Taylor. Is he the first out? No, Teabag's out just in front of him. Yeah, definitely some shade from the grandstand there on that start-finish straight, and it definitely looks a bit cloudier. Track's still looking dry though, nice. Yeah, this section's sunny. Just some cloud over turn 1, I think it is. Culpy, throwing a prediction out there. Podium sitters for this race for you are Teabag, Carl and Scotty. Yeah, not a bad selection. Obviously, Teabag showing some brilliant pace and had a very solid race on Friday night, finishing on the podium in Tier 2 as a reserve. Scotty and Carl both showing some good pace, but if I'm honest, I don't think you can write off Jampot. He's showing some good form past couple of races, and then Q2 session just then showing he's got the 1 lap pace to go with it as well. As Teabag is on his flying lap now, and he's made it through turn 3 and 4 nicely. Much smoother than the start of his Q2 session's gone.
It'd be interesting to see how many guys have 3 sets. You won't get 3 laps in. I can confirm that unless you back out on your second run. So, yeah, you see how many have 2 sets anyway.
Really? I thought it was quite a short lap. I thought you would be able to get 3 runs in.
I missed it with, I'd say I was about, and I went straight out, no messing, fast in laps and out laps. And I missed it by, I'd say, about 10 seconds. So,
Right. I think a lot of it depends as well is whether you've got any traffic as well. You have to get out of the way of other cars. As Teabag's coming up to the line now, and he has used all his ERS, and he's set an 18 flat.
There we go.
And Taylor done it, 18-1. Mechanical, 18.277. These are the quickest laps we've seen so far in quali on the first runs. Yeah, I think you're definitely right. We'll see 17s. I think Paul's probably going to be a mid-17, to be honest, and it'll come from probably your least expected Hound Paul 17.5. I'm seeing it now.
Yeah, gotta keep the mud off the car. Not good for the downforce. It is.
That's it. All his engineers cleaning it up in garage. Oh, as Culpy's replied to my comments about Jam saying form's temporary.
Let's see what Jackie can do. Looks decent. That's an 18.2 with Jackie. This quali session is crazy close, lad.
Yeah, unbelievably close. Slowest lap so far has actually been set by your championship leader, Carl, an 18.4, which is still a very respectable time.
Yeah, I think we got Hound is the next across the line, I believe. He did meet Jampot there, so hopefully that didn't cost him any time.
Yeah, just coming round final corner now. I'm noticing the ERS usage is very high on these hot laps.
Yeah, it is, and it's not great for recharging either, if I'm honest. That's
A
not a great lap from Steve. I think
Yeah.
he had a couple of issues there. He might have caught a bit of traffic as well.
I will be back in just a moment. I'm just on board with Lou, who's on a hot lap at the moment.
Yeah, lovely. Stick on with Lou. And see what he can do as he is coming through sector 2, that horrible turn 8 up the hill, rear kicking out everywhere, and he has backed out. Or he's not on a lap, or he's backed out at some point. I think he was on a lap, but he backed out, so yeah, we'll stick on board with Lou and see what he can do. As he is setting himself up now, coming around the last corner, down to 4. Slippery corner as he gets the power down. Should be getting his ERS on now any second, and he's not. Is he coming back in? He is coming back in. Not sure why, but yeah. Anyway, don't think we got anyone of both. Teabag is back on an outlap again. I think Teabag has definitely got 3 sets of tyres, but you're not going to get 3 runs in unless he can probably get a lap in here, and if he's not up on his time or thinks he can improve with another run, he could probably come back into the pits and get back out, but he won't have time to get a third run in, I don't think. I didn't anyway, and I didn't meet any traffic on my out lap or in lap, and I absolutely creamed every one of them. Just missed the line by, as I said, about 10 seconds or so.
And I am back. Just saw Lou's car wheeled into the pits.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened, Clay. It looked like he backed out of his lap and then he came into the pits. I'd say he was out of fuel. So yeah, Teabag is trying to get 3 runs in. As I said, I don't think it's possible, but he can see what he can do on this lap, and he can pull the plug on it and come back in if he thinks he can further improve or if he's down on his time. But as I said, I don't think it's possible to get 3 runs in. But I've been wrong before.
As Jam saying 90% ERS used in a lap takes 3 or 4 laps to recharge fully in quali. Yeah, I think that level of ERS usage on like, one hot lap is insane.
Oh, and that's a purple sector 1 for Teabag.
Yeah, almost a tenth and a half under.
Yeah, depending where he is at the end of this lap, he has a decision to make. Does he go for the line or does he come back in? If he hooks up purple sector 2, I'd be surprised if he comes back in. Obviously, Track Evolution could catch him for the final run, but we'll see.
Oh, wide. Oh, no. And he's invalidated.
And a purple sector 2.
Yeah, quarter of a second under sector 2 there. So we will see him come into the pits, pop a fresh set on, and get out for one more run. As matey boy has checked in, he said emergency came up and couldn't make quali. Unfortunately, we have allocated your seat to a reserve. Scotty's on a lap at the moment, just come through sector 1. Just on it, going through turn 8 now. Little bit of a correction to his steering on the exit at turn 8. It is a nightmare corner, to be honest.
It is 100%. Teabag definitely has another set of tyres, so yeah, he seems to have the pace here. He's set purple sector 1 and 2. I don't see any reason why he can't take pole, and if he takes pole, I think he's in a great position. But that where he invalidated there, if you don't nail that curb on the right hand side, it sucks you out to the exit curb, and The more you try to correct it, the worse it gets. So
Scotty's into the pits.
yeah, he'll have time to get out again if he has tyres, or even if he doesn't, he still has time to get back out.
Yeah, he was on a lap, maybe thought it wasn't good enough, maybe made a little mistake somewhere. Is that Jackie? We've had Jackie spin as well out of the penultimate corner. He has got it going again. Big Lou's just warming his tyres at the moment. Hound's invalidated in Sector 1.
If he has enough fuel, he'll be okay. If he doesn't, he's in trouble. It's impossible to call pole time here today. There's 2 tenths between the top 4, top 5 even. So
yeah, Carl's just set a purple Sector 1 as well. I think it was about half a tenth under his personal best. See what his Sector 2 split is. Almost 2 tenths under purple Sector 2.
Nice from Carl.
Well, this is the thing. You're talking about calling a pole lap. We've got, I'd say, 7 of the 10 drivers in this session can just set a blistering lap out of nowhere.
This looks like a 17 clear, and it's not, but it is an 18 dead.
18 dead from Carl. Puts himself up to P2. How's Taylor doing? He's got just had a purple Sector 2. He's coming round the final 2 corners now.
Oh, he's over on his time though. He's slightly over on his time there. Did I see that? Maybe I didn't. Let's see what Taylor can do. It looks quick.
This is going to be a 17.
Oh,
it's not. It's an 18 flat.
Oh.
Oh, we've got 3 guys covered by less than a tenth at the top.
Steve has gone again. Collins on an out lap. Jackie is also on an out lap. No, that's...
Jam's just set a purple Sector 2.
That's what I was trying to find. The next one's crossed the line. Could have just waited for you to say it.
Sorry, I was flicking through trying to find people myself. Just the final corner to go now. Will we see a 17?
It's going to be close. Oh, it's
another 18 dead.
Oh,
4 guys
insanity.
Covered by 7/100ths of a second. This is crazy.
This is stupid.
How's T-Bag doing? T-Bag's on the lap. He's invalidated. He's invalidated, so that's it. He's not improving.
Oh, that's killer. I think he had the pace here for pole, if I'm honest.
Jackie's just less than a tenth over his time at Sector 1. Let's see what he manages. Oh, I think he's well off. Yeah, 11 seconds off in Sector 2.
Steve is 5 tenths up at the moment as well. Let's see what he can do. He is next across the line. Not sure to be pole, but he's not going to be... Yeah, he'll improve. What can he do? He does
18.5 P8. Scotty's not set a lap yet. Yeah. He's the only one, I think.
It's Jackie I'm on with. Jackie's back in.
Kane Lowry.
Oh, this is just too much going on.
Collins 2 tenths under. He's next across the line. He is improving. And 8. Oh no, he's lost it in Sector 3. You got Kane Lowry's backed off. Scotty crashes the line in 18.2. That is going to be it. There's no one else.
That's insane, Claire. That's madness. Madness.
John Pot taking pole from Taylor down by 5 thousandths. Then 8 thousandths back. You've got T-Bag.
I still think it was there for T-Bag, but it is what it is now at this stage. And he will be starting on the outside, so it's probably favourable to be in P3 as opposed to P2, I believe. But yeah,
unbelievably close there at the front. Less than a tenth covering your top 4, and then P5, 6, and 7 less than a tenth covering them. And the slowest lap is an 18.5, which is still a very respectable time. Unbelievably close here in Tier 3. Jam saying getting bogged down on the start with full TC. If I'm honest, I find full TC gives me a better start than most people around me. I don't know whether that's because I'm a little bit backwards or what, but it seems to work. And just confirmation there, Jam taking pole unbelievably close, top 4 within 700ths of a second. God, that is unreal. So close at the front. Carl, your championship leader, currently in P4. Colin, his title challenger, closest title challenger in P7. Jam making a fight back, takes pole. I will be back very shortly before the race start. And I am back. Jam's not hanging about on his formation lap here. We'll have a quick look at the tyres. So your top 4 all opting for the mediums. Jackie, Scotty going for the hards. Colin, Lou, Hound, mediums. Kane Lowry, hards. Wabback, Chris, mediums. Gameful going for the soft tyres again. Strange call because they don't last that long round here, but it didn't work out too badly for him last week. Nerf, Dylan, Lutman going for mediums, and Oso, Sake and Terriers opting for the hards. As we are just lining up on the grid, Jampot has overshot his marks, so not ideal for the pole man there. I suspect we'll see a few more do the same.
Very good.
But Taylor's definitely got a better starting position than Jam there.
Yeah, you know, I think I said this before the race, but alright, Gameful on the softs, I don't think he can do it this week, but the hards mightn't be a bad tyre at all. You'll have to see how that plays out.
No, definitely not. No safety cars in Tier 1 and 2. Let's see how Tier 3 do, as we have got 5 lights on. And away we go.
Taylor gets the jump.
Yeah, T-Bag's got a good start as well, round the outside at turn 1. Jam getting swallowed up there by Taylor and T-Bag. Not sure if there was a bit of contact there. Taylor looked like he caught T-Bag, but T-Bag is off at the front.
Two Alpines ran into each other.
Dylan, Gameful and Taylor now at the back of the pack. Taylor, unfortunately, did get a good run on Jam, but T-Bag just flying round the outside. And he is running away at the front, over a second gap already to Jam Pot.
Yeah, I did say if T-Bag got ahead at the race start that he'd be in a good position, but to be honest, it's just a scruffy start again.
Jam's caught him by 8 tenths through that sector 2 though. Not sure if T-Bag had a little mistake there. Got Saki up 6 positions as well. Terrier's up 5, up into P15 from the back of the grid. But very close here at the front. Carl as well, up to P3.
Oh, Luckman has no front wing either.
Yeah, it's as I said, few things in life guaranteed, but turn 1 contact in Tier 3 is another one.
Yeah, it's just, we'll deal with this during the week, but things are going to be changing here for next week.
Yeah, Mechanical making it past Scotty there on the straight, so Mechanical up to P4. Scotty's now got his teammate Jackie right behind him. Carl is very wide on the exit of turn 4 there, so he has lost a lot of time to Jam Pot. Terrier's just made it past Bark as well. And we've got Luckman in the pit. That'll be getting that wing replaced, as you said. Wab getting past Kane Lowry. Kane Lowry fighting back side by side here up into turn 8. Jackie is dropping down the order.
Jackie's had a spin, I think.
Yeah, exit of turn 8 it looks like. I think Nerf's had an incident there as well, so Nerf dropping down to P19.
Jackie's tyres are lit. To be completely honest with you, I think Jackie struggles running no traction. We see this every week. I think it might be worth throwing him on medium for a while to see how you go. Yeah,
well, his 1 lap pace is definitely there. He struggles with the consistency in race trim. As T-Bag sets the fastest lap, quickly taken by Mechanical, who has closed in now. He's within DRS of Carl, and he's gapped Scotty. So your front 4 forming a little bit of a DRS train now. Just on board, Dylan and Gameful coming into turn 1. Teammates side by side.
This is not ideal. Yeah.
Bark was having a look, but Bark's now been swallowed by Taylor, and I think he's got Ossel as well. DRS is activated. Bark unfortunately missing out, but that has helped Taylor stay ahead of him there. Taylor fighting back obviously after his spin at turn 1. And T-Bag's doing what he can at the moment. He's pulling away, he's out of the DRS to Jam. And it has spread a little bit now, your front 4 all out of DRS after me saying it was a DRS train.
Oh, Saki's struggling, as he said, is Dylan wide. Yeah.
Terrier's currently up 9 positions into P11. Not having a bad race at the moment. Carl is in DRS of Jam, and Jam does not have it this lap.
Oh, Dylan nearly hit the back of Saki there and he backed out. That's going to cost him a position to Gameful.
I'll let you do the multi-21, lad.
Yeah. Gameful tags the back of Saki in for 1, spins both of them around. Oh, shoot me.
You're a commentator, not team principal tonight.
No, that was just a general. How many times do we have to tell people not to hit the car in front? I mean, I don't know. I've personally never, ever in my life drove into the car in front of me, and that's not relating to that collision, but just in general, I've never hit the car in front of me.
I have footage from a race ago that says different.
What a wild accusation! I might have done it once. That I don't remember, but yeah.
Yeah, T-Bag's just pulling away here at the front now. He's got that gap up to 1.5 seconds. Carl is a lot closer to Jam this time round. Jam looking like he's taking a bit more of a defensive line. Carl now with DRS open.
Terriers with a ballsy overtake. Oh, as he swipes a small bit. Yeah, it's getting a bit scary here, to be honest, lad.
Yeah, almost free wide again into turn one. Terriers, Kane Lowry, Dylan. Terriers makes a move. Dylan's pass.
Yeah, Dylan did get on the brakes nice and early, leaving Kane Lowry a lot of space on the exit. That's the only way you can take turn one. If you're on the inside, you're going to have to brake to get the car stopped to leave that car's wheel on the outside. So I don't know. I wasn't on board, but from my point of view, it did look a decent T-Bag doing a stellar job out in front, and he is rinsing his ERS, but so is Jampot. Yeah, I think. I did predict T-Bag to take the win if he got out ahead, which he has done. Jampot getting swallowed into turn one. Yeah,
just looking, I'm not sure if T-Bag will... No, he's not close enough. I'm going to say, I wonder if T-Bag will pick DRS up here on Jackie, but he's not close enough too. Bit of a DRS train forming behind Scotty with Lou, Hound and Wab. But Lou in a very good position, to be honest, up to P6 on his first race back here.
It's his second race, but not only that. I think.
And he gets the move done on Scotty.
Yeah, but his quali pace maybe isn't the best, but his race pace is a lot more solid. Which, you know what, for me it's race pace. You see the guys that can bang in the laps in quali, but then you see the guys that can hammer them consistent times lap after lap in a race, and I just think that wins out for me personally.
Yeah, Scotty, just looking at tyres now, Scotty on the hard tyre and currently P6, still within DRS, so Lou in front, so not in a bad position. Scotty the only one in the top 10 on the hard tyres.
Yeah, he's not in a bad position at all, and you know, to be honest with you, looking at it, no safety car puts him on the podium. I think, if not challenging for the win at the end.
Yeah, it'll be close. It'll definitely be close. Saki's picked up, I think that's his third 3-second penalty.
It is. Saki's having a torrid time here, but you know, at least he's keeping it going. See what happens. Late safety car changes everything.
Yeah, definitely does. Definitely does. T-Bag, yeah, just brilliant drive so far, doing what he needs to do. That gap's now staying fairly consistent, 1.6 seconds to Jam. That gap between Jam and Carl as well, staying very, very consistent.
Yeah, the Jam's going to have to start deploying now as well to keep away from Carl, who will have DRS on him. And T-Bag is just recharging away, so it's suiting T-Bag down to the ground as Saki retires in the pits.
Yeah. Lou was wide on the exit of turn 5 then, but Scotty not close enough to actually make a move.
Ooh, Jampat's or T-Bag's had a major issue here. Jampat's going to get DRS off him, I would think. Maybe not, but he's definitely had an issue. He's lost over half a second here.
I'm not sure if he's just been recovering ERS. He is almost double what Jam's on.
Yeah, possibly.
It looks like Carl's been recovering his a bit as well, recharging for a couple of laps. Jam down to 14%. You've got Carl on 33, teabag on 33. Just looking, Scotty still on 50, 56%, 57% as they come into turn 1.
Yeah, I think Scotty's being tactical here. He's just going to hang behind Lou and keep the DRS while he's recharging, and if he's in a position to go, I think he'll go, but for me he's doing the right thing at the moment. But he does have Hound all over the back of him as well, who tags him.
The back of him,
no, yeah, just got away with that. I think that was close.
Yeah, Wab now with a better run on Hound as well into the next couple of corners, but Hound looks like he's recovered from that. I think he's got away with no damage there as well.
It's a love tap, that's what we'll call it.
Ah, so you don't class that. That's why you're classing you don't have you've never hit the car in front.
Ah, yes. Okay, I'll rephrase it. Hitting the car in front and causing him a problem. Does that work better for me?
Yeah, it does. Andy asking the tyres people are on. Sorry, I put that up a couple of minutes ago. As I say, Scotty the only hard runner in the top 10, so not in a bad position at all. Gameful on the soft tyres down in 17th. I think he'll be looking at coming in soon because them tyres, they're not going to last long at all.
Ooh, that could throw a spanner in the works, and you know what? He's running a lot lower wings than Scotty, and I don't think Scotty can catch him on the straight. No, he is saving his DRS, but even with DRS, he's actually not really gaining a whole pile. That is a couple of yellow flags. Also North and Gainful having something there. Also ended up spinning. Yeah, looks to be another move into turn 1. We'll deal with it after.
You say we, you mean the stewards?
Yeah. Yeah, teabag low back up to 1.6 again. Not really using his ERS either, to be honest.
Yeah, Carl pulling a bigger gap to Colin now though, up to almost 3 seconds. Apologies, what were you going to say then?
Yeah, sorry, I'm not sure if it's... I don't really see too many safety cars, you know. I think we had a car that was crashed out the last car, or yeah, it was...
Oh, Scotty's got to run. Scotty's got to run on Lou here. Side by side across the line, and he's got that move done well before the braking zone of turn 1. So yeah, Scotty now up to P5. Them hards will start coming into their own now, I think.
Yeah, they will. The mediums still, I think they'll still be okay for another few laps.
And is it Dylan? Have we had Dylan spin at turn 1?
Yeah.
So Alpine are currently hiring 2 new drivers in Tier 3.
And Tier 1, I have enough of it.
We've got Nerf who's pitted. He has put the hard tyres on now. Currently down in P18. And Luckman's just picked up a 3-second penalty as well. Oh, who's that? Is that Taylor? I think Taylor just had a moment on the exit of turn 8. He has lost a lot of time to Terriers in front. And Lou's just dropping back from Scotty now. Oh, he's bordering that DRS. Let's see, does he get it this lap? No, you're saying you think he's running lower wings, and he is gaining on Scotty massively on the straight without DRS. He
definitely is.
He's just pulled over 3.5 tenths on the straight with no DRS. And we've currently got the wetmaster of CDR leading a race in the dry. What is going on?
World's gone mad.
Lou wide again there. Then turn 5.
Riding on board with Bark and Dylan for the last couple of laps. They're to-ing and throwing at an unbelievable rate altogether.
Yeah, just behind Gameful as well, whose soft tyres must be screaming now. 10 laps on them.
Yeah.
This is a fairly high wear track. I know the game suggests. I know you mentioned earlier that you can get 15 laps out of the mediums. After about 5 laps, the game suggested I pitted on lap 13 because my tyre wear was quite high.
Yeah, and he's losing a lot of time to Kane Lowry as well. I think he needs to pull the trigger.
Yeah, Dylan. Oh, Dylan going up the inside.
Madness.
Yeah, pushed them both off track there. Reckless, silly move, to be honest.
Stupidity would be more accurate, but he did give.
I don't think he gave the position back. He ended up further off track.
Yeah.
Lou's still within DRS of Scotty. He's just dragging Wab and Hound along behind as well.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of guys here that need a safety car really at this point. Gainful, Killup and North Pack Jackie, who to be fair, they've all kept going. They need a safety car at this point. Obviously P-Mag doesn't and won't want one, but the Jam Pod, like currently the Jam Pod will be pulling that gap into Carl as well by 4 points, so not in a bad position at all. I wouldn't be surprised to see Scotty around now starting to pull that gap into mechanical. Them hards will be, I'm not sure what condition they'll be in. They won't be bad, but the mediums will be kind of feeling a bit strange in the next lap or two.
Oh, serious 3-second penalty. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're okay, but I took the mediums to 15 laps Friday night and they were fine until lap 15. So the wear is high, but it's fine, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I completely agree. The wear was high. The game suggested me pitting lap 13. I held it out to stick with the original lap 15, but I actually overcut. I did come in lap 16, which was a bit surprising, to be honest. I think I pulled about 4 seconds in on Teabag by pitting a lap later.
Yeah. I'm looking at Scotty. He's going to be so fast for his second stint. A podium is definitely on the cards, possibly a race win, but I don't think a podium is unrealistic at all for Scotty.
Yeah, just looking at Lou now, he's falling back. Looked like he was struggling a bit into turn 4 there. He's got Wab and Hound all over the back of him.
Yeah, well, you will through sector 2 with that.
And Wab's got 90% ERS.
Yeah, Wab playing the long game. I don't think he has the wings to take Lou, though, if I'm honest. Unless he gets a great run over the last corner and just gives a full whack all the way down to turn 1.
And Dylan picks up a 3-second penalty.
I think Wab will have a run off now this time as
Cal's in the pit.
Yeah, so is Big Lou, so that
Luke
has released Wab. That's an early pit, if I'm honest.
Yeah, as I say, I think the game starts suggesting an earlier pit stop, depending on your tyre wear. So they've probably seen the suggestion from the game, decided to go for it. Obviously, we've not had a safety car yet, so why not? Why not? We'll be interesting to see how everyone's doing fuel-wise. I can't see any fuel lights on at the moment. Oh, Gameful's fuel lights on. The first person I went to be honest, when I mentioned fuel light then was Osso, but...
Not for any particular reason or anything.
Just wanted to double check, make sure he has actually put enough in. He must have been paired before this race, so he has put a full tank in.
Car box as well, yeah. We got Chris all over the back of Steve now as well.
That's what I was just about to say. Hound has lost a lot of time to Wab Stappen here. We've had Dylan had a moment to turn 8.
Yeah, I was just going to say, look like an Alpine. That's teabagging the jump on, now deciding to pull the trigger. Colin, this is either going to be genius or not for Colin. But Scotty has dropped back. He lost a second there in the last 2 laps. So either Colin's doing really, really well with his tyres, or maybe Scotty's not pushing hard enough. But it'll be interesting to see where Colin ends up here, I think.
Yeah,
his tyres are feeling mega. He's going to have to come in the end of this lap.
Yeah, this has to be a push, almost a quali lap from Colin here. As I said, the overcut worked massively for me on Friday night, but unfortunately wasn't close enough for it to give me any positions. As Dylan picks up 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. Oh, Colin almost lost it.
And that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a massive problem now for Colin. That's cost him, I'd say, 3 or 4 tenths. It's not. It's cost him a lot more. Wow.
It's cost him over a second.
Yeah. He's going to have to get in, and that puts Scotty in a pretty decent place, if I'm honest.
Yeah, so Scotty managing to pull in over a second on Colin there without actually pushing. Due to Colin's mistake. Obviously, Teabag has pitted now. Jampot's pitted. Jampot's come out behind Kane Lowry though.
Can he get it slowed down? He can. Very, very slow, but very slow is better than 5 seconds.
Wab's into the pits as well. Hound's followed him in. Chris has stared out. Chris has stared out for an extra lap. See what Taylor does. Taylor's pitted. Oh, AlphaTauri looks like they're doing a double stack.
Where does Teabag come back out? Yeah, Teabag in a good place again. But he does have Kane Lowry behind him, and them tyres are old. But I think we've had this issue again last week. The jam pot getting caught, or I'm not sure, there was a driver caught between a guy on older tyres and the guy in P1. Could have been Carl. I'm not sure who it was, but that's kind of where we are at the moment. Teabag getting out ahead of Kane Lowry. Jam pot, unfortunately not. Carl has lost a lot of time. So yeah, your suggestion on the overcut certainly has worked. 100%.
Yeah, just looking mechanical, 2 seconds behind Carl. Carl been on these laps.
Oh, Big Lou has a spin out at the end of the first DRS, or the second DRS, apologies. Not sure what turn it is, but Hound has taken that position. 5, that's the one.
Tyres will be cooked, but no, keeps it under control through turn 8.
Chris has to box, surely.
Yeah, he has to. Be interesting to see where he comes out. He was all over the back of Hound just a couple of laps ago, so let's keep an eye on where Chris actually comes out.
Will the Jampot have a run on Kane Lowry? He won't. He's not running high enough wings, so this is going to be absolutely killing him. This is what I'm saying. He's going to have to dispatch Kane Lowry pretty lively. The longer he spends behind him, the more time he's losing the Teabag.
It's going to be close here with Chris and Hound. Chris, limiter's off. He's coming out into turn 1. Who's that? Wab going round the outside. And Chris is now ahead of Hound. What's the gap? 1.5, 1 second. So the overcuts work there for Chris.
Oh, this is a disaster for the Jam Pod. He's been held up so much by Kane Lowry, and he doesn't have the wings on Kane Lowry, so he's struggling to try and get past. Oh, he gets very close to the back of Kane Lowry in turn 8. Yeah, killing the Jam Pod, absolutely playing into Teabag's hands with everyone behind, because Carl is going to start squeezing up. So yeah, Teabag in a very good place here. Scotty, I thought would be doing better out of this, but I don't think he is. He's going to drop down quite a bit when he pits, but he still is in with a show for that podium, and he will have a massive pace advantage for the second stint as well. So
well, that's it. He's got about 12 and a half seconds to Teabag, who is your net race leader. You know, a safety car now changes everything. Or in the next 5 laps or so, a safety car will change everything.
Yeah, I think the Jam Pod is tough for Kane Lowry to get into the pits, to be honest, to get a bit of fresh air. He's not looking in a position to pass him. That is the yellow flag, and that's a McLaren, and that is Northpack.
Yeah,
Northpack. Around at turn 8, is it?
Yeah,
I believe it is.
No, that's turn 11.
I got the first half right, anyway.
Turn.
Yeah, Northpack's around. Leave it at that.
Oh, jam all over the back of Kane Lowry there on the exit of 5. Got so close with the DRS on that run out of turn 4, but just not close enough to actually make a move. And this will be grating on him, if I'm honest.
Yeah, well,
knowing that you're
100%.
faster than the car in front, you've got the fresher tyres, but you're faster in the wrong parts of the track.
Yeah, he's all over him in sector 2. If he gets a good run here, he might have a chance, but I think Kane Lowry is running a lot lower wings. Kane Lowry, the tyres are in trouble now. Jampat is a lot closer this lap as well. Not the best line for Kane Lowry, so Jampat could have a run off him, but even though Kane Lowry is pulling away, Jampat does get a better run, and he will definitely be in a position to move this lap. Will he go for it? I don't know. He's very close. He should.
Terrier's into the pits, so the first of the hard runners to pit. Jam's got the move done on Kane before turn 1.
Yeah, he's got the move done, but it's cost him a lot of time. He spent 4 laps behind Kane.
Yeah, it's cost him about 2.5 seconds to teabag there.
Yeah, that's the issue. But as you said, safety cars change everything. I'm surprised that Scotty is still out, if I'm honest. He's looking to go deep. The pit window opened the last lap, so he's decided them hards are doing enough for him at the moment. But as you know, the longer he holds out on them hards, the less time he has to try and make up the time when he gets onto them mediums. At the moment, he's coming back out, I'm going to say around between Carl and Colin. It'll be close. So yeah, let's see what he does. We have a yellow flag in sector 1. Didn't catch that, but
I think that was Batmandu.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Scotty. Will he pull the trigger? He does look to be. And he
is.
So hopefully he doesn't pick up 5 seconds. Whoa, that was close. He hit the limiter at 76. 4 kilometers an hour under the limit. Let's see where he can come back out. He will be on the faster tyre, but there will be cold.
Yeah, if I'm honest, I found these tyres warmed up very quickly. I found after 1 lap they were pretty much fine.
Yeah, I'm surprised he came out that far back, if I'm honest. Really surprised. But
yeah, but he is on the faster tyre.
Yeah, he is, and 13 laps he can smash it. He's only 6 seconds off it, 6.5 seconds, and his ERS is in a good place as well. So I just see Scotty getting the head down now, clipping away for the next couple of laps, get him up to temperature and absolutely smash it. As I said, I don't think a podium is a million miles away, as we have another yellow flag.
I think that was Bark, was it, coming out of the pits? Osso? I think it was Osso coming out of the pits. I think he slowed down or letting the car, letting Gameful take turn 1.
Do you know, it's great actually, not having to be jealous of you opening a beer.
Apologies, didn't realise you could hear that.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Makes a difference to last week when I was pouring vodka. Colin does look like he's closing in on Carl a bit. Carl's slightly better position with his ERS.
That's a second track limit penalty for Big Lou that's going to cost him a lot at the end. So he's still on a bad position, but he was looking pretty good at one stage. There is penalties around him though, so that might change things.
Yeah.
Teabag in the driving seat at the moment, 12 laps left. I don't see Scotty catching him. But
yeah, Teabag's pulled an extra second out on Jampot since Jam got past Kane Lowry. So Teabag definitely in the driving seat here.
Yeah, and he is using ERS as well. I think for me, if I'm Teabag, I'm trying to manage that gap, you know, down to maybe 2 seconds. Recharge your ERS and then use it as needed. The jam pot's gonna. It's natural to start rinsing your ERS to try and catch the car ahead, but I think Teabag, if he just boxes clever, I don't see anything but a race win from Teabag.
It's one of them when you're in a routine though. You know, lap after lap, he's used to putting his ERS on at the same point. As soon as you come out of that routine, you start making little silly mistakes. You might brake a little earlier, or you know, get on the throttle a little earlier, or whatever. So he's probably trying to keep himself in that rhythm.
Yeah, 100%.
But definitely having a good race here. Following up a brilliant result in Tier 2 on Friday night as well.
It's so close between Carl and Mechanical. They're just teetering. Kane Lowry's doing a... does he realise he has to pit, I wonder? Oh, Colin running wide. Probably got a warning for that. Didn't get a penalty though, but that could be his second warning. So he is pushing hard, but he's dropped back now a small bit. And Carroll is dropping back from Kane Lowry as well. I think Kane Lowry's tyres have found second life.
Yeah, Gutman into the pits there. We're just on board with Chris just behind Hound. He's got Lou and Terriers. Terriers pushing on the fresh mediums to try and get past Lou. He's making a move up the inside of turn 5. And it looks like he's got the move done, but Lou's got a better run out of turn 5. They've gone round turn 6. Yeah, Lou got a better drive there.
Yeah, a bit of wheel banging, nothing really wrong with that. Two guys going hard, nice and close together, still leaving space.
Yeah, probably frustrating for Terriers, to be honest, knowing again, like, he's on the faster tyre. But yeah, it's getting close at the front now. Kane Lowry's lost around 2 seconds. Carl's within half a second, and Mechanical's within DRS of him as well. So Kane will definitely have to pit in the next lap or two, surely. Unless he's hoping to put softs on.
Yeah, he could be hoping for safety car as well. And if them hards are feeling off, and he could run the risk of a track limit penalty as well. I think Kane Lowry is the Perez of CDR, if I'm honest.
If I'm honest, I'd have picked a Ferrari driver because his strategy calls haven't seemed great. I'm not too sure. I think, it's Colin in the background then was a bit squirrely on the exit of 5.
Yeah, Scotty starting to make their mediums count, down to 3.7. I tell you, he's definitely in with a massive show of a podium, 100%.
Yeah, your front two just running away with it. 4.5 seconds the gap between them, and also the gap between P2 and P3, 4.5 seconds. So, barring any dramas, it looks like your front two are decided. 10 laps to go.
I tell you what as well, and I know we talk about assists a lot, but I'm just flicking around through the field, and the guys on full traction are losing so much time out of the slow speed corners compared to the guys that are running medium and possibly no traction. So that's definitely playing a part as well. But they just can't catch Kane Lowry. It's as simple as that. 23 lap all hards, 24 now nearly, and they just can't catch him on the straights. He just has too much straight line speed.
Yeah, as you say, he's probably getting a better run with the lack of assists. But
Carroll isn't even putting a dent into it, as Hound has an issue.
Yeah, Hound looks like he's had a spin and the exit of turn 1. Not sure if there were any contact there, just saw the yellow flags flash up. I know him and Chris were very close on track.
Yeah, he's still in a bad position. He still has P9 there with the penalties. Taylor Denny and Big Lou going forward and backwards again, lap on lap. And I've been watching this. It's a great battle.
Cal's looking a lot closer to Kane Lowry now, though. Half a second.
Yeah, he is. But again, sector 2. It's there's nowhere to pass in sector 2.
Mechanical's also closed in on Carl, and Scotty's closed in on both of them.
Is Kane Lowry, and this is playing into Scotty as well, the longer they can get held up by Kane Lowry, and he gets a great run over the last corner again, and he'll have the wings, and he's staying out. He's waiting for safety car. It's as simple as that. If he pits now, he's going to lose so much time anyway. He's just waiting for safety car, I think, because he'll get the sauce to the end now, no problem.
Yeah, Scotty's just pulled another 3 temps in.
Yeah, I think Carl and Colin could be in trouble if Scotty can just keep chipping away at that, and he is. So that could throw a spanner in the works.
And that gap at the front as well has increased by almost a second.
Yeah, look, Teabag isn't. What are you going to say? He's charging up as well. So is Jampot, to be fair, but Teabag is he hasn't put a foot wrong. Got a great jump at the start. Obviously, he could have got a better lap in Q3, but he didn't. Hasn't put a foot wrong. What are you going to do?
That's it. That's it from P1 to it was himself and Taylor going round either side of Jampot into turn 1. And yeah, from P3 to P1 by the first corner, and he's just led from the start, led from the front, unbelievable.
Okay, Lowry staying out again, and Carl is a bit closer, but even the DRS, he's not putting a dent into it. He's gaining less than a tenth down the back straight with DRS. Like, that's just not a position to overtake on.
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely struggling behind Kane Lowry, and it is just slowing him and Colin down, as Scotty's now within 2 seconds of the two in front.
I would like to know what Kane Lowry is thinking, though. There's only 7 or 8 laps left.
Yeah, part of you must be going, like, I have to pit. You cannot hold out for a safety car that long. You know, it's going to get to a point where a pit stop's pointless, and you'll end up disqualified. But Scotty now 1.4 behind, so Scotty's loving this.
Yeah, 100%. I think the guys ahead are just too far ahead at this stage in the race, but that P3 is 100% on for Scotty.
It's going to be a battle.
Yeah, it is the preferred strategy. He'll be so fast towards the end, but he needs to get pretty close in the next 2 laps though before their mediums go off. They're probably in their prime at the moment, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely 6 laps in.
And Colin is going to have a look at Carl here. Colin is running lower wings than Carl as well.
Yeah, Carl has rinsed his ERS as well. He's down to 10% now. Watch Colin at 16. Kane Lowry's still at 40% ERS. So he's not even needing to use his ERS on the straight to defend.
Yeah, it's crazy, but he finds himself in a bad position. Do you know what I mean?
He still needs to pit. That's exactly it. Oh, Carl's wide.
Carl breaks himself.
But he's got a better run on Colin.
As they go side by side.
Through turn 6. Oh, Colin's gone. Oh, I thought he'd gone for a move up the inside at turn 8 there. That is not where you want to overtake, but that's brought Scotty into it. Scotty's 100%. All over the back of him.
Yeah, wow. I think that was a bit of an adventurous look at the inside from Colin there, to be honest. And
it has cost him.
The only thing that's going against Scotty is there is a DRS train going on, so unless he has the wings, he could find himself in a similar position to the lads ahead. But he should get better drive out of the last corner, which is the only thing that's playing into his hands at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. I thought we were going to see a recreation of me and Kieran at turn 6, season 3 there between
Scotty
Carl
is pushing,
and Colin.
And he's going to take Colin here quite easily, actually. Oh, he's not.
He is. He's done before turn 1. Scotty's now up to P5.
He ran wide. Didn't have a warning, so he got away with that. I think he'd have got a warning for that, surely. Oh, this is mental.
But this is Kane Lowry's done 27 laps on these hard tyres. He has to pit.
Them tyres hate Kane Lowry.
And the way he's treating them, I think he hates them tyres as well.
I think Scotty has the wings as well, to be honest with you.
Oh, it's going to be close, this.
As we said, Carl is just catching him in all the wrong places.
Yeah, it's frustrating as the driver behind. Like I say, you can't screw them up.
Scotty up the inside. Oh, he just backs out of it, but if he gets a good run on the last corner, he could be in a position to take both of them. Kind of hard to tell it. Well, he won't take Kane Lowry. There's nothing taking that.
Oh, Kane Lowry's in.
Kane Lowry's in, so this opens it up. Carl will get DRS, but it's only a matter of time before Scotty gets him. He doesn't need to do anything stupid here in the turn 1, which he doesn't. And Colin's all over the back as well, so hopefully there's no collision here.
Yeah, just looking at ERS, and Colin's actually in the best position ERS-wise between these three now, but let's see this run now, Scotty, with the medium tyres, DRS, on the run into turn 5, Carl going defensive. Scotty's got it done. He's got it done.
Yeah, and he should get it done if he gets a good exit, which he does. And that is Scotty up into P3. Not enough time left to challenge for P2, but thought he nearly lost there, but super drive has got him so far.
Yeah, and that's it now. That's opened Colin's eyes. Colin's looking at the back of Carl now, wanting to get ahead of your current championship leader.
Yeah, they look like obviously the guys are going to have DRS, but the mediums are going to play a huge part. I'd be surprised if Carl can have a run off into turn 1. Yeah, the gap is just going up. So like he extended the hars as well, so he has so much grip. Colin having a moment as well, so that drops him back a bit.
Yeah, he was looking like he was going to be making a move on Carl into turn 1, but unfortunately has just made a mistake. Culpe saying he predicted Scotty and T-Bag on the podium. Not sure if he said Jam or Carl. I will say you definitely said Carl.
Yeah, so you're wrong.
Because I said you couldn't write out Jam, and you said form is temporary. You're not having that one.
I think if I'm
Chris picks up a 3 second penalty.
Colin needs to recharge because it's only a matter of time before Scotty pulls out. So Colin will have a run on Carl at some point. But if he doesn't have any ERS, it's going to impact him. I think he just needs to recharge for the next lap and a half to 2 laps and make a run on him. Lap 32 on the back straight. If he has the wings, I don't know.
Yeah, he's getting to that point though where the mediums will start going off a little bit. They should still have the edge on the hards with the lower fuel load, but
yeah, he only has 10 laps on him. This should be okay for another while, and Carl Lowe does not have DRS. So if I'm calling and recharging, and I think he is because he's listening, deploy.
Push.
Push, pit.
Box.
Multi 21. Bit late in the day, but
well, you've not done it to benefit the Alpine lads, so
no. It's kind of hard to stick on with anything else. Taylor Denny's all over the back of Big Lou as well, turn 1. As Chris is getting sucked into this, and it could be, and it's 3 wide into turn 1. Brilliant idea. Crazy stuff, to be honest with you. Chris backed out of that, and that's the only reason there wasn't a...
Oh, Chris just almost hit Taylor, yeah.
Yes. I just don't see how 3 wide is possible, but it is what it is. Obviously they decided there was.
Yeah, Lou going up the inside of Taylor, side by side on the exit of turn 5. Looks like Taylor's got a better run, but Lou's still fighting him round the outside of 7. Into 8, you do not want to be fighting through turn 8. It's a hard enough corner when you're not fighting anyone.
Yeah.
Lou's looking very keen to get a move done here, to be honest. He's looking feisty.
There's a potential jump up to P7 as well here for Hound as well, if we can try and squeeze in that gap over the next lap or so.
Yeah, I'll just have a quick look at the penalties. So you got Terriers with 6, Taylor with 3, Lou with 6, and Chris with 3 as well.
Carl is going at Scotty here. I don't know if Scotty made a mistake or...
well, his ERS is lower, close. So he's still been pushing. Oh, Lou and Taylor fighting into turn 1 again. Looked like Taylor got pushed wide on the exit of turn 1. But you've now got Wabstaffen in this battle for P3. He's snuck up from nowhere.
Yeah, it's one lap left. I just hope there isn't any stupid moves. Scotty is struggling a lot. I don't know, is it grip or what, but he's struggling and he needs to fight this off into turn 1. Oh, it's Lou's round.
Lou's round on the exit of 8. Terriers has picked up another 3-second penalty, so that's 9 seconds for Terriers. And Taylor is 9.2 behind him. So that's...
I think Scotty got a decent run out of the last corner. I think he might be okay in turn 1.
I think Wab's got Colin. Wab's got Colin. Has he? Oh, he was gaining so much on him through the middle of the corner. I think he almost hit the back of him and had to swerve to avoid him. Oh, Wab almost, yeah, Wab almost over the curb there, almost hit Colin. Very close between these four now. All of these fighting for this final step on the podium.
Oh, as Colin hits the back of Carl.
Wab almost hit the back of Colin there as well.
It's again, I don't think it's a collision, it's a love tap. But yeah, that could have been nasty. Carl is all over the back of Scotty. Can Scotty hold out? He needs to get it. I tell you, Wab having a look again. It depends on the drive these guys get out of the last corner. To be honest with you, I think that's going to dictate where they finish.
That final run to the line. As T-Bags took an absolutely astounding victory there.
I think Scotty's okay anyway, definitely. Yeah, I think they'll finish up where they are, I think. Yeah, they will.
Yeah, wow. Wab was gaining, but probably needed another lap there. Yeah, unbelievably close. Apart from your leaders who just ran away with it. T-Bag winning by almost 7.5 seconds. And then Jampot 12 seconds clear of P3.
Lowry with the fastest lap in the end. I tell you, he's going to be public enemy number one. Oh man.
That's crazy. Dylan took fastest lap.
Ooh. Let's look at the positive.
Yep. He finished the race.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what a race, to be honest. Very close between, P3 down to P7. Driver of the day talks. Any thoughts cross your mind?
Do you know what? I'm torn between T-Bag and Scotty, if I'm honest. When you look at T-Bag, he did really well in quali. He just had that bit of a mishap in Q3, got the lead early, and just never looked in danger. 7 seconds, but Scotty pulling the alternative strategy, making a number of overtakes in the last couple of laps to take that podium. It's a tough one. I think we'll have to have a discussion on it.
Definitely, but you've mentioned the same two names I was thinking myself. So yeah, it is something we'll think about. But brilliant drive from Scotty and T-Bag there, taking that win. And T-Bag has commented in the chat saying need a smoke after that. Terriers as well, 20th to 7th. Brilliant drive from him. Wab 11th to 6th. I think a lot of great drives from some of the guys up there. Also not quite driver of the day. 18th to 12th, not quite good enough.
Yeah. Do you know what? When you look at Scotty where he's finished, he started P6. It's that strategy call that gets him from P6 to P3. You know what I mean? And
yeah, definitely, because he did drop
risky.
down the order a little bit at the start on the harder tyres. But he was the only one in the top 10 still running the hard at the beginning. Shame for Dylan. Sorry, not Dylan. Taylor. Shame for Taylor, obviously. He got a brilliant run. He was battling for that lead into turn 1 and then that spin at turn 1 on the opening lap, which has pretty much cost him finishing P8. 30 odd seconds behind.
If Jampot didn't get caught behind Kane Lowry for so long, there would have been a good battle there for P1. And, they just stand out from everyone else. Look how far ahead they are compared to everyone else.
Yeah, unusual to see in Tier 3 as well, apart from when that rat boy were running away with it.
Rat.
No, but thank you everyone who's tuned in. Thank you everyone who stuck around, commented, got involved. Yeah, we'll see you here next week.